Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for coming out to our special city council meeting this afternoon. Let the record show that all council members are present. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda? Councilmember Alvarez?
Mayor, I move to approve the agenda as presented.
Thank you. Councilmember Solomon?
Second.
All in favor, yes. All opposed, no. Okay, raise your hand, please. Motion carries 6-0. Citizen comments, Melissa Brown, you have 3 minutes.
Is Ms. Gonzalez invisible or in the back or on Zoom? Just wondering. We got a 6-0 vote. They can't all be present. Okay. In regard to the meet and confer for the IAFF, I think that this makes nothing but sense. There is nobody else who knows the needs of the individuals within that profession besides those individuals. No one up here on the dais is got the experience or the background to know what's best for the safety and the health and the welfare of not just our city as far as fire and emergency response, but also the health and safety of those firefighters and EMTs. Our police department has had meet and confer for 3 or 4 years now. So I think it only makes sense to extend this out to the fire department also. Thank you, Queen.
Madam Secretary.
Resolutions. RS 25-122. Consider a memorandum resolution recognizing the Clean Professional Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 2505, as the exclusive bargaining agent for clean firefighters and authorizing the city to meet and confer.
Thank you, Attorney Clemens. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Thank you. Good afternoon. All right, this is the meet and confer item for the Firefighters Association. Give you a little bit of background on this. Chapter 142 of the Texas Local Government Code allows Firefighters Association to file a petition with the governing body requesting that the association be recognized as the sole and exclusive bargaining agent for all, and I'm sorry, there's a typo, firefighters in the city, and adopting a meet and confer. The petition must be signed by a majority of all firefighters. The city and the Firefighters Association can negotiate wages, hours of employment, and other terms of employment. There's no requirement to meet and confer on any particular issue or to reach an agreement, and the agreement must be in writing and approved by the council and a majority of the firefighters. So on July 3rd of this year, the city received a petition from the Clean Professional Firefighters Association, IAFF 2505, requesting recognition and to begin the meet and confer process. So there are 265 employed firefighters. This does not include the chief or the chief, the assistant chief appointed by the chief. The required majority for this petition to be heard is 133. There were 155 signatures submitted, 145 of which were verified, and that means that the petition is valid. So the statutory alternatives at this point are to grant recognition of the Firefighters Association and determine that the city may meet and confer, or you can order an election of the city's voters to determine whether the city may meet and confer, or order a certification election of the firefighters to determine whether the association represents a majority of the city's firefighters. Staff has no reason to recommend the second and third option. And so the recommendation is that City Council grant recognition of the Clean Professional Firefighters Association, IAFF 2505, as the sole and exclusive bargaining unit for all firefighters employed by the City of Killeen, and authorize the city to meet and confer with that group. without conducting an election of the voters or certification of the firefighters. I do want to let you know that Captain Jansen is here from the Firefighters Association if you have any questions of him, and I'm certainly here for any questions you may have about the process.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. The Colleen Professional Firefighter Association have been working on this for a long time. I know council is aware of that. And we also know that our police department also have this in place. So I think it's a great idea. But since we have you here, sir, if anybody would like to speak, please feel free. Captain Jensen, sir, the floor is yours. Oh, would you like to speak?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, sir. Cliff?
No, ma'am.
No,
Thank
Chief? Okay, awesome. So this is a great idea. So thank you so much. Oh, Councilmember Adams, do you have a question?
Madam Mayor, I just wanted to go ahead and proceed with the motion to approve RS 25-122 with staff's recommendation.
Okay, did any council have any recommendation before we go into it? Can I get a second? Councilmember Alvarez?
Mayor, I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor, yes, all opposed, no? Okay, just raise your hands, please. Motion carries 7-0. Council, great job, great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, now we will start our public hearing. Madam Secretary.
PH 25040. Hold a public hearing on the proposed fiscal year 2026 annual budget and set the date to consider adoption of the fiscal year 2026 annual budget.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Ms. Tangleman.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Mayor, council members, city manager. Today, this item is for the fiscal year 2026 proposed budget public hearing. I'm going to go through a couple of slides just to summarize of the budget. Here's the budget calendar. We're in July 22nd where we're holding the special meeting for the public hearing. August 5th is when we're going to set the preliminary tax rate. Also, we will have a discussion, consider the proposed changes for 26, and that will be the last day we have an opportunity to make changes. Because if we do have a change on August 5th, we're going to have a public hearing on August 19th. And then on September 2nd, we will have the adopted budget. The preliminary ad valorem, as you can see for fiscal year 26 preliminary amounts, the market value increased by 2.21%. That's with the net taxable value increased by 2.26%. And then we're looking at the adjusted taxable value of $10 million. For the calculator levy, we have for the M&O, $56,000, that is your general fund revenues, and $18 million, that is for your INS levy. The increase on the M&O is $823,000, 1.47%, and the increase in the INS is 2.9%. That is because of the 2025 CO that we issue. For the DV exemption reimbursement, this slide just shows you the impact of the exemption value and the state reimbursement. The revenue loss estimated to be in 2026 is $15.8 million, and we're estimating to get $900,000 reimbursement from the state. For the DV exemption versus the new value, as you can see over here, this line, and down, the new value, taxable value that we have added is actually less than the increase on the DV extension value. That's just for historical purposes. That way you guys can see the amounts of how the impact is in our financials. For the proposed tax rate and for the preliminary proposed tax rate, the operations M&O for 2025 was 5107. For 26 is 1593, a decrease of 0.0014 cents. For the DEB INS, the 2025 was 1466. And for 26 is 1737. That is the 2 cents 71 that we need for the COs that were issued. The total tax rate proposed is 68.30 for fiscal year 2026, an increase of 0.257. The tax rate history, as you can see, in 2002, we were at 68 cents. The highest we ever been is 74.98. And this year, we are proposing a 68.30 for fiscal year 26. And this is a summary of all the fund and the budget for the proposed budget of 2026. As you can see, general fund is balanced as water and sewer, solid waste, drainage, hotel, and we have a surplus in stream maintenance and aviation. And we have some expense on fund balance, as we should with capital project funds, internal service funds, debt service fund, and the other special revenues, and also the golf carts. The adjusted total, this is actually the actual expenses. You see the 336 million in expenses for 2026. That includes interfund activities and health insurance. When we take these two out, the actual expenses for the city of Killeen will be 294 million for fiscal year 2026. An action required after public hearing is needed and is in accordance with the local government code section 102.007. The city council must take action on the proposed budget following the public hearing. This action includes establishing the date, time, and location to consider budget adoption. And this is the information here, and we will need that action after the public hearing. I will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Could you go back to the tax rate, please?
Yes, ma'am.
So if the tax rate increased to, I'm saying, anything more than what we have, what would be the pros and cons of that?
Well, we have a board approval that we have estimated up to 72 cents. If increased from 68 up to 72, we will adjust any line items and then propose it again. I mean, we have to do any changes before August 5th for any changes. That way we have to have another public hearing on August 19. I think, yes, August 19. So any changes we do for the proposed budget, for the tax rate, we can do it before August 5th, and then that way we can have another public hearing on August 19.
I'm sorry, would you repeat that? I apologize.
Any changes that you may want to do in the tax rate, we will need another public hearing on August 19. And yes,
19.
ma'am. And it needs to be done before August 5th, any changes to the budget.
Okay, Councilmember Alvarez?
I'm sorry, that was from last time.
Okay.
Mayor,
Yes,
if
sir.
you- I might add, if the council wants to do more in the budget and you want to raise the tax rate over the proposed, if you could give us some direction tonight, we would bring that back, what was that, August 5th?
August 5th is the
And
next meeting, yes.
My recommendation, if there's additional revenue, is it go to fully fund the compensation plan and then work on some of the supplements, probably the majority of them in public safety, but there could be a few others. We wouldn't get all the way through all the requests in public safety, but we could get some of them, and perhaps a few in another department or so. I'd have to check that.
Yes, sir.
I didn't rank anything after what was in the budget.
Well, my concern was public safety
Yes, ma'am.
and compensation. And I think we should put our employee first, and that's just my recommendation. I can't make council do a motion of direction on that. But if we could do that, I brought it up to Mr. Cagle and several times about how do we take care of our employees, and knowing that we have a shortfall in our budget, if we do increase, it should go toward public safety and compensation. So that's, if we have to do it tonight, correct, Mr. Cagle? Correct?
We have until August fee for any changes.
Okay, so I just want to throw that out to council. That's one of mine I wanted to throw out to you to consider and take under consideration. And if no one else have a question, I have another one. Proposed budget, please. Okay, right. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I couldn't understand. I know aviation has a surplus, but that's already spoken for. You said some surpluses.
Yes, they have a 607 surplus.
Okay, but that's already spoken for, future project.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all I want. I wanted to make it clear that we don't have extra. That's the only reason.
Yes.
All right, my last item for the council. I had proposed last week our travel budget. And the reason it came about, I don't even know how I got on the conversation about ways. I was talking to Mr. Cagle, as you all know, we meet almost weekly. And I was talking to Mr. Cagle on how can we compensate for our staff, but also we're in places that we can take away to, when we're talking about leadership, us. And one of the things, if you was not here, I'd stated that all the memberships that I had given them all up. So we start looking at I requested our travel budget. I didn't realize how through over the years that it had increased. And it had never really, I knew there was an increase, but not to the point that the proposed increase for 2026 was almost over $30-some thousand. That's a big concern of mine. And one of the proposals that I would ask the council last week, I brought it up that I know we cannot, I just request that we don't add any more to the budget than what it is. So when we look at it, as far as the mayor, $26,250 for next year, that's just too much. I mean, really it is. I know I don't travel as much, and I don't know, other than being on those committees, and I think they're great committees, any committees that's supporting our veterans, our soldiers, active duty, family members, our first responders, any conference that's going to bring definitely economic development to the city. So I would it's not telling you, but I would hope that we could find ways to cut our own budget, because we only gave our employees a 4% raise. And when I look at the increase for us, it's gone beyond 4%. With that being said, Councilmember Alvarez.
Mayor, I think you make a great point on that, and my suggestion would be to take it back to what it was, I think, between 23 and 24. That saves about $100,000 from the training and travel budget from city council. That would be my recommendation, but.
Well, thank you. You went beyond my expectation. I was looking for something for half, because in 23, our entire budget was $64,857. And in 2024, it was $105,000. And I requested staff to give each one of you a copy of it. And if there's no more recommendations, how we can trim on our budget. And like I stated, our staff only receive a 4% increase. Councilmember Sagara, it's not working.
Thank you, Mayor. And I think it's a good idea, and I would second that motion. I think going back to 23, where we originally budgeted like $6,000 for council members and $9,000 for mayors, I think that's plenty for us. And so I would just make a motion to go back to originally budget $6,000 for council member and $9,000 for the mayor.
Thank you. Councilmember Alvarez?
I'd second that if he's making the motion.
Yes, he is. Any discussion? This is a motion of direction. This is a motion of direction. All in favor of this motion of direction, yes. All opposed, no. That does not work. So all in favor of it, is it, oh, yes, oh, good. Thank you. Thank you so much. 7-0 motion of direction. Okay. So the only thing that's still out there is the increase for our compensation and our tax rate and also our first responders. And Mr. Cagle, would you go over that one more time before we move forward?
Yes, ma'am. My suggestion was if there's going to be some further increase in the tax rate, that number one, it go to compensation, and then number two, it go to public safety supplements that were not funded in the budget.
Yes, sir. So is there any motion or directions on that? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Mayor?
Yes, sir.
I have
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This doesn't work. Ma'am, I apologize. It doesn't work on here. So I'm sorry, please. Councilman Solomon, it does not work.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I want to ask Mr. Cagle, at what rate, tax rate are we talking if we would go to .72? We could,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can figure for every, Ms. Tangleman, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's about $1 million per penny.
Yes.
I'm sorry, say that again, Ms. Cagle.
and the-
For every additional penny that you increase, it generates about $1 million.
And this will only go if it's a motion of direction, compensation, and our public safety, correct?
and could we have I wanted to make a motion direction for staff to come back
Okay.
and tell us, council, what it would look like with that.
Yes, sir. If whatever you want to do.
So I would make a motion of direction that they would come back, staff would come back and inform council what it would, what we could do if it was at .72, that what we can do with the compensation. This was only before what you had suggested with the compensation, and I believe you mentioned the
Public safety.
public safety.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is there a second to the motion of direction? Councilwoman Gonzalez?
I have a second to that, madam.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor, yes. All opposed, no. It does not work, Councilmember,
There it goes.
okay. 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mayor,
Yes,
if you
sir.
don't mind, in council, we won't know exactly what the no new revenue rate or the voter approval rate is until we get the
Bless you.
final certified tax roll, but these are our estimates, and I feel sure we'll be pretty close. But just to let you know, we don't have perfect information right now.
Thank you. Council, I thank you. We should put our public safety and our staff, our employees first, always. Thank you for that. With that being said, we will have public hearing. Public hearing is open. Alyssa Brown, you have 3 minutes.
3 minutes on the entire budget.
Jesus Christ.
All of you know it. It's okay. I have the floor. I'm not interrupting myself. Disappointed that there's no public hearing on the CIPs this year. There's actually been very little discussion about them. How many of the council members know where the CIP money is going to go to? Great. You just freed up about $100,000 with no direction on where to put it. You said cut the training and travel budget for council by about 100,000 and then just left it floating out there. So you either don't know where you want it to go or you're just leaving it entirely in someone's hands. What's it going to look like if you increase the tax rate to 72 cents? What would the tax rate be? Well, the tax rate would be 72 cents per $100 of evaluation of your house. And what that means is it increases the amount of home ownership and the amount of rent for individuals living in the city of Killeen. I don't know if the city manager ever followed up on your last motion of direction to find money for certain community partners, because that's never been brought up in any of the returns. I think 2 that we've had now. Today makes the second overview that we've had of the budget since the very first budget was presented. So has the money been found for those community partners, and where did it come from? Because y'all have a budget that is different from what we have. The mayor is sitting up here talking about how much money the city council has for training and travel. That is not available online. That is not available to the public, but I am glad that she finally listened to what I have been telling her up here for 2 years and decided it was a good idea to cut the budget for training and travel for the council and free up money. Thank you for listening to your citizen for once. And we want to put $1.25 million into KEDC. They're asking for an extra $250,000 and because they need to pay for the note on Wolf Park and they need to build phase 1. Let me tell you a little bit about their advertising for this. Wolf Technology Park offers 94 acres of prime real estate with an initial phase 1 mixed-use development that integrates modern infrastructure, substantial design, and world-class amenities. Located just 63 miles from downtown Austin and 68 miles from the Austin Airport, this development provides unparalleled connectivity to major markets, making it an ideal for high-tech enterprise research and institutions. Talks about having mixed use, having the ability to do housing mixed in with this overpriced strip mall that we're going to have. Nowhere does it talk about the benefits of the Killeen. Killeen is funding KEDC the last time I checked. Austin is not. There was no mention of the fact that you're only 10 minutes away from GRK. So we're giving them money to advertise for a different city. It's shameful. When you talk about where the money should and shouldn't be going, if they're getting money from us and they're not here for us, they shouldn't be getting our money. But, you know, y'all pick and choose who you like and who gives you money for your campaign, don't you?
Ronnie Russell, you have 3 minutes.
Good evening. Good evening, mayors, Mayor Pro Tem, City Manager, and all the other City Council and the Secretary. The last time the City Council had their meeting, I was in Clarksville for my daughter's birthday, and I got phone calls, text messages, and stuff like that. But for the members of council, Killeen, staying at a critical juncture, committed to transforming its future, addressing historical challenges, and embracing physical responsible growth. The Comprehensive Plan 2022 emphasizes our urgent need to close resource gaps, diversity, and our economy, revitalizing downtown and cultivating vibrant neighborhoods, all without raising the tax rate. I'm here today to highlight tangible and significant progress that directly aligns with and accelerates these core strategic objectives. Demonstrating the developing responsibility is the most feasible and effective option to bridge Killeen's resource gap. In fiscal year 25, we celebrated 26 grand openings across Killeen districts 1 through 3, contributing to the creations of over 80 new jobs. This is direct testament to foster local business ecosystem and strengthen our community vibrancy. Crucially, Killeen has historically struggled, particularly in the grocery store, in our current food desert, resulting in significant consumer spending leakage and the lack of fresh fruits and vegetables, which we all already know. We're here as IBCC to be the front runner in reviving a vital grocery store that had been dormant since 2019. With your strategic partnership, the Innovation Black Chamber of Commerce will actively engage in this effort through our scout and recruitment. We would approach with various unique capabilities, just to name a few: strategic market and needs assessment, targeted business attraction and development. Furthermore, we successfully have hosted 3 high-impact destination events: the Juneteenth Festival, AI Innovation Week, Culture on the Square. These events cultivate positive community culture and activate and promote diverse and cultural activities. Notably, they actually directly affect the city's HOT. These accomplishments prioritize infill revitalization and strategic support for local business and community-led initiatives. I yield these tangible results. I urge the City Council to recognize these successes as validation of our shared vision and continue champion initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you. Public hearing closed. Madam City Assistant City Manager, and I'm not sure if you were here, Mr. Cagle, but the city attorney, the council made a motion of direction, I don't know if this year or last year, when IBCC had come before us, and we gave a motion of direction and to work with them. And I think maybe this been a year ago, I'm not even sure, 6 months ago, in reference to this same item, a grocery store. And I know the council does not know, meeting with Philema Brown, we have met with him, the co-op, and we also he'll be presenting in August on a grocery store, community grocery store, more so. And we also have another company that Mr. Cagle and I have been working with, and that brought into mind this question to me. We're working with another grocery store, and he will be coming here to present in August. So we did give a motion of direction, and whatever happened to that?
For IBCC?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I've been speaking with Mr. Russell about getting together a professional services agreement, and we actually have a follow-up meeting tomorrow as well to talk about how we could approach that, how we could structure that agreement to bring something back to council for consideration.
Okay, I guess what I'm trying to get some understanding on, Councilwoman Cobb proposed 50,000, and it didn't dawn on me then, because we had other individuals that had made a proposal for items that were not selected, and my question was, could you explain why those items was not selected? And after the meeting, I didn't think about it till I don't know what made me, I got a phone call about another grocery store. And I was just thinking about it, and that, wait a minute, we already did a motion of direction. So other than, this been a while.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Russell and I have had conversations about this previously, and we are waiting on a professional services agreement that we can discuss together so we can have something prepared to bring forward to council for consideration.
Okay. So with this professional service agreement, it comes with money, correct? I mean,
Council would have to make that determination.
Okay.
That what would be included in their proposal.
But is this part of a grocery store?
That would be up to IBCC to include that in the agreement. That has been our discussion so far, but I don't, as of today, have a professional services agreement that's been finalized by IBCC to propose to the council.
Okay. I would like to see, Madam City Attorney, the motion of direction that this council gave, I don't know when, 5 months, 6 months ago. I would like to see that, and I know it was pertaining to grocery store. Am I the only one remember this motion of direction? So it's like, it's not making, I can't use that word. Can someone possibly tell me how long it has been since this council requested a motion of direction? And I know it's about a grocery store because that has been our top priority. It couldn't be about anything else other than a grocery store.
We do keep a record
In
of all
March?
motions.
Okay. Well, we don't have that information. I'm not upset, but
Mayor, if I could, those discussions did start after the motion of direction was made. We spoke with IBCC about a professional services agreement. We provided feedback. I don't know if they were taking it back to their board for consideration, but as of today, we don't have anything finalized. That's another reason Mr. Russell and I will meet tomorrow to have that follow-up conversation.
and the more we talk, the more it comes back to me. It was $250,000, and on that, and I'm just looking within me, because I'm seeing it in my mind, that there was different items on there that cost a certain amount. And I remember asking the question, can we pull from those items which one that we may want? Because I wanted to pull the $50,000 one, and that would have gone to advertisement, but the council was not on the same sheet of music because it was a grocery store. That's it for us. It's a grocery store. Okay. So you guys, both of you will meet, and when will we get an update? I hope, Mr. Cagle, thank you. Thank both of you. I hope that this would be ready or not on our upcoming agenda, because this can go on. If we already have something in motion, and there is another motion of direction for the council to consider $50,000 for a grocery store, but from the motion, we already gave the direction. And that's my concern. And why it's taking so long, I don't know, but I need it to be on the next agenda, ready or not.
Yes, ma'am, and as soon as we have a final, we will bring it forward to the council for consideration, and I'll work with Mr. Russell.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from council? All right. Okay, with that being said, can I get a motion on tax rate, Councilmember Solomon? Was that a tax
Yes.
rate? What was the item? I'm
No,
sorry.
ma'am. You've already given us motions of
Okay.
directions on that. The only official action that has to be taken tonight is setting the public hearing.
Oh, okay, she did say that. Said it, Councilmember
Yes.
Solomon.
Madam Mayor, make a motion that we move to set the date, September the 2nd, 2025 at 3 p.m. To consider the adoption of the budget.
Councilmember Mayor Pro Tem.
A second.
All in favor, yes. All opposed, no. Motion carries 7-0. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Councilman Alvarez?
Second.
Councilman Segar?
Second.
Okay, all in favor, yes. All opposed, no.
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.